Well, it has been 2 weeks since the Astroworld tragedy, and we've heard from countless victims, and the lawsuits have soared into the billions. We have another survivor joining us this morning, Gaby and her attorney, Tony Buzbee. We really do appreciate you joining us. Gaby, I want to start with you. Thanks for being brave enough to share your story with us. Tell us what you saw and what you experienced that night, and if you ever feared for your life at some point.
Yeah, so that night was Travis Scott performed. Me and my friend, we go to a lot of concerts, and even when we just got there, it felt very different. We were squished, and we were very packed in there. I fell down around the third song, and then 3 or 4 people ended up falling on top of me, and then I heard my knee pop. And then my best friend pulled me out from underneath, and my knee was facing a 90-degree angle. There was one point when I was at the bottom of the pile that I gave up, and like I did fear for my life. I did think like I'm very small. I could have died. Someone behind me, actually, I think it was Francis. He was right behind me, so he sadly passed away. And Axel as well. I did see Axel. But I got out and I got help after almost 45 minutes of like trying to get out and like get to safety.
And did you notice that anything seemed off, hours before the concert even started? What did you see?
So I got to the stadium, or like the area where Travis was performing, around 6:30, and he ended up performing around 9. It was pretty normal. Everyone was like standing around just talking. Once he put the countdown on the stage is when it got a little hectic. People started like pushing from the back, and like getting really cramped. It was hard to breathe already from the beginning, like once we were getting cramped up, but it wasn't anything extreme.
And how has this experience affected you? This was 2 weeks ago, but, this was tragic.
Yeah, it's affected me a lot mentally and physically. I tore my ACL and my patella, and the first week I wasn't able to sleep for almost 3 days. And still, like, I have a lot of PTSD. Like, I have fear of crowds, and like even at the gym I'll start getting anxious or scared of like all the people there. um, I tend to have a lot of nightmares, uh, and just causing a lot of anxiety and stress.
I'm so sorry that you've had to experience that. Now, Tony, you filed a multi-million-dollar lawsuit on behalf of hundreds of clients. We've heard of another multi-billion-dollar lawsuit filed. Aside from money, what else do your victims hope to gain from this?
Well, primarily, I mean, it's not money. Primarily, it's to change the way, if we're going to have concerts, let's do them in a safe way. Let's have a proper plan in place. Let's have proper security in place. Let's have proper medical care in place. So people like Gaby who are injured, who are under a pile of bodies, gets the care that she needs and gets rescued. I mean, let's remember that in Gaby's case, as an example, the music played on for about 37 minutes. But for the fact that her will and her best friend, she may have been another one that died. So we can do a lot better. We've known for many, many years that the risks of concerts and how they could be done properly. And this is just the perfect storm of how you do things wrong. It was a mess from the beginning, and we need to do a lot better. And that's the goal of the lawsuits.
So have you been able to determine if the deaths and injuries were confined to one area or spread out?
There were multiple areas where people fell and bodies were piled. We have been able to pinpoint through video, through cell phone location, the various areas where the individuals died. But I mean, it was mere chance that, for instance, that Gaby did not die that day. But there were areas in the crowd where anyone on the stage, had they been looking, could see where people had fallen. And once one person fell, a lot of people fell. And the people from the back did not know what was going on in the front. And so it just compounded the problem. And there was no adult in the room, if you will, to stop all of this. In fact, instead of stopping it, the concert continued on for almost 40 minutes while these people were literally being crushed and killed.
So, Tony, before we go, I want to ask, will criminal charges be filed? And do you think Travis Scott should ever perform again?
Well, I'm not going to comment on what Travis Scott should or should not do. I'll leave that to whoever makes that decision. As far as criminal charges, I'll leave that to our DA. You know, she will, of course, have the police department do an investigation, and we'll see if there were criminal conduct here. I would say this. I mean, in light of the long history of Live Nation, in light of the prior conduct of Travis Scott, I could see charges coming from this. I mean, anyone, when you had people tearing down barriers, cutting through fences, crawling on top of buildings, breaking into the merchandise, all this stuff happened almost 12 hours before Travis Scott ever took the stage. Who was it that should have stopped this? Who should have been the person to say, you know what? We know we have thousands upon thousands of people here that were not ticketed, that have not been screened, that are in this crowd, and this is just complete chaos. Who was the person responsible by name? Who is that person who could have shut this down early on, long before anyone fell in that crowd? That person needs to be held accountable, and perhaps there are criminal charges to be brought. That's not my decision. What I'm trying to do with Gaby and many, many others is change the way concerts are done in the United States. It's time for a change, and that's what hopefully this lawsuit will accomplish.
All right. Again, thank you for your time. Gaby and her attorney, Tony Buzbee, joining us this morning. Gaby, thank you so much for sharing your experience with us as well.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.